me, Renee. I'm back. This is a bit of a cheesy video. It's one I've probably done before. Probably there's a lot of videos about this out there. But it's a fun video to do. And you never know, maybe one of these books you have not heard about. So, yeah, as you can see from the title, this is Bookish books that you should read. What is bookish books? Bookish books, by that I mean books that take place in a bookstore, in a library. It could be fantasy, could be contemporary, whatnot. A book somehow is involved. It could be a big part, it could be a smaller part. First, we have The Fiancé Farce by Alexandria Belfleur. So in this one, Gemma, she's an heiress, and among the things that she is inheriting is a publishing company. And Tansy works in a bookstore that she owns herself. So yeah, lots of books in that way. And there's also lots of talks about romance books and whatnot. And yeah, also just great read. And then we have The Love Con by Celestia Glass. So this is kind of more about fandoms in general, but they mention Hunger Games, they mention like they reference different stuff. They reference Game of Thrones. So yeah, so it's not just books. It's like fandom stuff, but it's books in there. So yeah. Sorry. Then we have Time Villains by Victor Pinheiro, first in a duology. And in this one, the concept is that the main characters they get a job, assigned for school where they're supposed to write down 5 people from history and from history or fiction that they want to meet. So it could be an old movie or it could be a book. So in this one, Blackbeard comes, and Blackbeard he's both a real life person, but also in different books. But also you have Dracula, you have Frankenstein, so you have bookish characters in that way. So yeah, very fun, delightful middle grade read. And then we have the series, which is Invisible Library by Genevieve Cogman. So, as you might have guessed, this is about an invisible library. It's about a magical library where the librarians in the work from library, they're not just kind of sitting in a place and kind of giving you books. No, they're more like, I suppose in a way, a bit more like spies. So they have like the language which they can use, and if they use it right, they can. So it's a language that they can like use to make people do stuff, like a magical language, like ask people to do stuff and whatnot. And they can time travel. I suppose it's a bit more like they can go into different dimensions, not specifically time travel, but it's a bit time travel-ish, I suppose, if you how you define time travel. But yeah, it's kind of they go to past, go to future. Mostly it's past past timelines and whatnot. There's dragons, there's werewolves, there's ghosts, there's vampires, there's fae, everything. It's a great series. Then we have the Tilly series by Anna James. In this one, Tilly she can book wander, so she can go into a book, like literally, she can open a book, read it, and then after a few pages, she's into the story. And that's just, I mean, every book lover's dream, really. And yeah, it's delightful. It is a 6-set series, so 6 books in the series. Though I would say you could read the first trilogy and then kind of stop, because it's kind of like 2 trilogies in one. So you don't have to read them all in one go. They're not like completely connected, even though they are. But like the second trilogy is a bit more loose. It's a bit more companion-ish based. But yeah, they are all highly recommended, and yeah, love them so much. And then you have Spoiler Alert by Olivia Jade. So this is again, it's one of those books where they like there's a real life story, but they also like mention fictional story. So there's kind of some paragraphs and chapters from the fictionalized story, like some excerpts of that. And yeah, it mentions different fandoms and books, and yeah, I very much enjoy this book as well. Sorry. And then we have Crazy Stupid Romance by Lisa K. Adams. This is the first in a 5-book series around then. Yeah, it's a companion series. It's an adult romance where, so the concept is that there's this book club with the men from I wanna say hockey. It's a sport. So there's like this guys on a, they're like on a professional sports team, and like they decide like, okay, so they're having love trouble, so they decided to read some romance books to kind of get some ideas from that. This is the first book, which is Second Chance Romance, and then so each book is kind of different. You have Marriage of Convenience, you have Friends to Lovers, and yeah, you have lots of different. You have Enemies to Lovers. Oh, enemies. It's more like not friends to lovers, because I mean, can you have enemies in contemporary books? I feel like that's a bit dramatic. That's not quite true. I mean, I could understand enemies in fantasy books, but in contemporary, mm, yeah. Anyway, this is a quite nice, fun read. Yeah, I know, not like hugely big praise for this book. I mean, I enjoy this book. There are books I love more, but this is a good, fun read. So yeah, if you want a good, fun read, that's a book for you. Then we have The Bookish Life of Nina Hill, my most recent of this book that I've read. And yeah, it's about Nina Hill. She works in a bookstore. There's lots of references to different books. There's a book club in it as well, and yeah, I just love it. Oh, so much. Delightful read. And yeah, that's this short little video on bookish books. And if you have any thoughts, recommendations, comments, whatnot, tell me in the comments, or you can just put a book emoji, and I'll see you soon. Bye.